What's going on, y'all? It's Dewan HODLs. We're back in here with another video, man. It is Monday, and I hope you are starting off your week at work. And it doesn't have to be a remote. It doesn't have to be a designated location. It can be anywhere, as long as you out here hustling, giving your energy. Well, I wouldn't say give your energy, but exchange your energy, whether that's through the form of a skill, through some type of labor, whatever you're doing, whether that's underneath an employer or underneath yourself, working for yourself. You need to exchange value, that work energy, exchange it for monetary energy, because that's the way that we do commerce. That's the way we store it, right, in society. And take that monetary energy, which is in the form of fiat currency, and convert it into a hard, scarce, desirable asset such as Bitcoin, which not only stores that energy for future use, but even reprices it. That's what I like to say. I think I might have coined that. Reprices it, because it is constantly being dissipated, and the energy that you have worked so hard to get over, I don't know, the past whatever years you've been living on Earth has been getting priced against your favor as you look at the cost of living rise and everything, and your quality of life probably has eroded. So if you're storing Bitcoin, or if you're purchasing it, look to do it KYC, sorry, not KYC, non-KYC, decentralized, peer-to-peer. Go through that type of exchange to acquire Bitcoin. It is a little more difficult than just simply going on a centralized exchange. However, if you value your privacy, if you value, I would say, your sovereignty to a greater degree than most, then you probably want to check out HODL.com, where all you need is an email address and password, so you can get on a decentralized exchange to get your Bitcoin peer-to-peer. If you want to store it in the safest way possible, woo, can't even talk today, tongue-tied, look to a hard wallet for cold storage of your Bitcoin. And a Bitcoin only wallet that is open source is in the link in the description, in a link called CoinKite.com. Check them out for the cold card wallet. Let's get into it. So I want to quickly talk about what's going on with Bitcoin as of, what day is it? October 16th here in the US. There was a bit of a pump fake, from what I understand, early this morning, where Bitcoin spiked to almost 30,000 and pretty much pulled back to around where it sits now, a little over 28,000, which is still up, I want to say, over $1,000 in just 24 hours. And this is a very violent move. Almost $80 million worth of shorts were liquidated as they were waiting for Bitcoin price to fall. And if you looked at the technicals on the lower time frames, then sure, you know, the chart looked a little weak. Bitcoin's price action looked a little weak. However, it shows me that there's a lot of traders out there who are just rookie traders and going through some type of bias that they would like for the price to fall so they can short it and acquire more of the asset, which is Bitcoin. But because of the reason I say that they were likely biased traders is because if you look at the weekly and the monthly chart, the larger time frames typically hold more influence in the market compared to the lower time frames. If you looked at the 4-hour and maybe even the daily probably not so much, but I would say that 4-hour and daily maybe looked a little bearish, but you have to zoom out to see where we are. And this is how people get caught up into the short-term price action instead of the long-term, which they probably want to hodl right now. They probably want to acquire as much as they can and hodl right now. And I'll tell you why, because if you look at the longer time frames, there is a lot of bullish indicators, right? The MACD, RSI, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I might be talking another language. But Bitcoin looks bullish in the coming months, guys. All right, so anyways, that the liquidation came on the back of there was fake news rumored. There was rumored news that BlackRock's ETF was approved, or there was some type of ETF approval, but BlackRock came out and confirmed that they're still waiting on an approval for their ETF application. So that hasn't come to pass yet, but everything is pointing towards that happening in the near future, maybe this year. So prepare for that, because you see how the price just went crazy off of just a rumor of that, like literally a God candle. I wouldn't say a God candle, but definitely a baby Jesus candle happened on the daily today, which took Bitcoin from a little under 27,000 to a whole 30,000. And I think if it were true, then you know that more capital would have came flowing in for Bitcoin. So also a little bit more technical analysis I noticed today was that I've been following closely the bottom that was formed in the last, really about the last 6 months, which appears to be an inverted head and shoulders. It kind of looked a little obfuscated because after the breakout above the neckline, there was a pullback, looked like could have been a double top, but now it just turned into a retest of the neckline, right, to bounce up to where we are today. So that today has confirmed the neckline. Today is the day I zoomed out and looked that Bitcoin has retested the neckline breakout of an inverted head and shoulders, guys. It looks really bullish right now on the technicals, in my opinion. Fundamentals, obviously bullish. I wish my phone wasn't so blurry. So anyway, that leaves the technicals. I'm out the way with that. Let's get into something that's probably a little bit more interesting when it comes to Bitcoin right now. So I want to talk about what's another good one, guys? Forgive me, man. I got too far deep into technicals, but there's something I wanted to get into. Yeah, but anyways, I'll get into that in another video. Probably wasn't that important if I can't remember. But understanding this, that, you know, BlackRock has not yet confirmed that their ETF is being approved. We know that that is going to come at some point. As there was no appeal to the grayscale ETF versus the SEC. There was no appeal to that by the SEC. So I guess by the court of law, they have to allow the ETF to be granted at some point. Of course, this will open the floodgates. This would expand the Bitcoin market, right? For the market for people who want to buy physical Bitcoin, which will be these more than 10 Bitcoin ETFs, spot ETFs that are coming to pass. Oh man, this is going to be a technicals video. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm just ready to get home. The Bitcoin dominance exploded as well. So we noticed that Bitcoin is melted up against the dollar, is now over $28,000 and ready to go much higher. The retest of the neckline, as I mentioned. Bitcoin dominance exploding. The altcoins, the cryptos are melting against Bitcoin, and you have seen nothing yet. You have seen nothing yet. I said everything will go down against Bitcoin, and you have seen nothing yet. Today is just the kickoff. As we've seen Bitcoin melt up against the dollar, and you see it melt up against the against the cryptocurrency market. It's now over 51%, going on 52% of the cryptocurrency market as far as market value. And if you zoom in on the lower time frame, you know, that's a breakout on the head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. And if you zoom out far enough, can't even speak, you will see a double bottom, Adam and Eve double bottom. Going back, you can go back to, like, I would say zoom out further than a monthly, the 3 month. I know that's a weird time frame. What I'm saying to you is, in the medium to long term, and that means 6 months to a year, Bitcoin dominance, I believe, will go well beyond 70%, even beyond 80%. So anyways, that's my video. Let me get out of here. It's under 10 minutes, man. I hope you're stacking responsibly before Grayscale, Invesco, BlackRock, Fidelity, everyone prices you out. Till next time.